Yeah, so I used to go by SMBJ, but now I go by Jaylon. Um, what inspired the name change? Just growth as an artist, wanting to become better and wanting to grow, and plus, like it's kind of getting played out with the acronyms in front of it. And I didn't really have a name that I was kind of like for sure on or set on that I wanted to be my name. I even tried making some shit up, and it just didn't feel like me. So I was like, man, I'm gonna just keep looking until I find something to where when I say it to somebody, they can be like, ah, yeah, that's nice. And shoot, one day I was just sitting there and I was thinking about the greats, and I was like, all the greats go by their name, and so I was like, man, I'm gonna just go by my real name, and I started shopping it around, saying it to a couple people who support me and things like that, and they was like, yeah, I like it. It sounds way more authentic, and it sounds like you, like, so so that's why I ended up switching the name to Jaylon and going by that name and having the name change. So slow came about because like I was thinking, I was like, man, if I want to be a great producer, I gotta learn how to produce for myself. Cause I was getting beats from my like off YouTube, people's websites, and people I was working with and things like that. So I was like, man, I gotta learn how to produce. So this year, I was like, man, I dedicated myself to buckle it down, learn how to produce it. And man, I was like 6 beats in, and then I was like, I like this one. I found the pocket. I found like how I was supposed to flow on it, and then it just came through. And then I just came with slow. And basically, what it's about, slow is about like having that time to spend with your loved ones and or your significant other. Because even in those moments, I still be wanting to work. I still be wanting to go hard, get things done. But sometimes, man, for your mental health, you gotta have the moments. Rather you spend it by yourself or with your loved ones, you gotta be able to like unplug for a second, be able to relax, be able to like think about things. Cause especially being a creative, you only can be creative is when you're in a good mental space and you kind of like you're in a good space to where you can let your creative juices flow and things like that. So that's basically where the song in the space where the song is coming from. And make sure you check it out. Definitely just came out. I think it's a great song, one of my best songs up to date. And I'm excited for this new project, which brings me to what's coming next. I'm working on the EP. Like all the songs on there is produced by me except one, I believe. Yeah, and I probably won't have no features. Probably just be me. You know how I get down. I might do an extension of it where I bring more people into the fold and put more people on the track. But as of right now, it's just me. And yeah, but I'm excited for that because, like I said, I've been going hard trying to learn how to produce, trying to get better with producing, and trying to be a better artist. And hopefully, like with the name change, with me producing, you hear the maturity in my craft, you hear the maturity in my music, and see my growth as well. Like, so definitely how I'm coming with this next project. Just want to show my growth as an artist and my craft and how I've done perfected it over the years. Favorite songs to perform. Um, right now, I like performing "Dreams Never Die." Why I like performing that because I feel like it showcased my bars a little bit, just a little bit, because I like had bars and melody mixed in. So I like performing that, and it got C Money on it. He definitely did his thing. He always come with the bars and the melody. So I feel like on that track we both was feeling it. It was definitely was like a creative space, and we and we worked through email with that one though. So like I definitely salute bro for that. Um, my second song, "Pop My Shit." I don't know why everybody like that song, but a lot of people every time they hear me, "Bruh, I love that song. That song hitting da 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 da." But so I like to perform that song because the energy I get off of it. Like when I perform it, a lot of people turn up with me when I perform it. And I just recently performed "Slow" for the first time at I did a first Friday up in Springfield, and I performed "Slow." And I just like how it feel when I perform that song because it's like it's a vibe song and it really like put everybody at peace and chill out. But it's easy to sing along with too. So I feel like as I work with it more and I do more crowd engagement with it, I feel like that's gonna be one of the songs that is gonna be easier to sing with. And yeah, right now them is my top ones. Um, I like performing Bad Bad too. I like that one too, probably cause you know, it's just one of those songs. But I think those first three is my top three right now. Yeah. Few things that really helped me on the journey is being patient with myself, cause a lot of times I try to rush things out, and then it feels rushed. Like to my audience, it feels like I didn't put the time in, cause I'm trying to crunch everything. It's kind of like when you used to type papers in school. I used to wait to like 2 days, a day of actually sometimes, and then I just try to spend like 3 maybe 2 hours trying to just crunch everything into once. And them papers always came out to be like a C plus, maybe a B, but them ones maybe a B. But the ones that I took my time on, and I really was like, yeah, I like this topic, I'm really messing with it. Them the ones that I always got good grades on. So when I'm putting things out, I've been learning like to take my time with it. Like don't rush it, cause it's not a sprint. Like the cliche saying, it's cliche now, but making sure I get it done. Another thing is like ain't nothing wrong with limited quantity of things too. I said this on one of them, like man, if you only selling like 15 t-shirts a month, don't get 55 of them. Like get probably 14 and say you got limited resource, and that way it feels exclusive. That way it feel like, oh, I better get in where I fit in because he only got a little bit of these in. And make sure you like don't just put your logo on the shirt. Like do something that's authentic to you. Something you say all the time. Something that's kind of like or something that feels valuable to you, so it feels valuable to other people. So I definitely been learning that. And last thing is you gotta unplug. I mentioned that in the other one. Man, I went through a time period where I was going through a lot in life, like, and man, I just had to learn to unplug. Like, music not my first priority. Like, I'm a dad, I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm a friend, all type of stuff. So, I just had to learn to unplug and take time out from music. Sometimes you need a break. Like, as much as the algorithm wants you to post all the time, you can't. We not superhumans, so unplug sometimes and think, reload, come back into the game and get it done. So that's what I've been learning on my journey. If you've been learning anything, let me know what you've been learning. Let me know what works for you. Like, cause I deal with burnout too. So let me know what works for you and how you grow.